Hi there, it's Nicole here for Lawn Fun today, and I'm featuring the brand new rainbow die and puffy cloud borders dies, and I've used them together to create this great rainbow scene on a mostly die cut card. To start, I am going to take several colors of Simon Says Stamp cardstock and use my rainbow die to die cut all of these out so that I can have a different color for each stripe on the rainbow. I showed that dark pink there, which I ended up not using, and I will show you that the colors I used instead when I get to putting together the rainbow here in a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this rainbow out of an assortment of Simon Says Stamp cardstocks. I am using the Schoolhouse Red, Orange Peel, Sunshine, Green Leaf, Audrey Blue, Island Blue, and Blue Violet cardstocks for the rainbow itself. And you could even create multiple rainbow cards if you don't mind having the colors maybe quote unquote out of order with all of those extra pieces that you're going to have left over from the card I'm sharing here. Once I have the rainbow pieces die cut, I am going to use the A2 sized stitched rectangle die from Lawn Fawn to die cut some white cardstock, some vellum, as well as some surf blue Simon Says Stamp cardstock, which is going to serve as the sky for this die cut scene that I'm going to create. The reason I am die cutting all of these pieces using that stitched rectangle die is once I use the Puffy Clouds border dies, I like to have that stitching design all the way around the edges of the card. So now that I have my background and my rainbow, I kind of need to figure out where I want that cloud border to fall. So I've laid out my rainbow, kind of messy there, just guesstimating, and I'm going to die cut one of my borders using one of the Puffy Cloud Borders die from one of those stitched rectangles I've already die cut. This is going to be the one that hides the ends of the rainbow on that card panel. So I'm just going to double check, and that looks pretty good because I want my rainbow to be in that upper third portion of my card. So I'll go ahead and grab one of the other Puffy Cloud borders now. And instead of a white border, I want this one to be vellum. I'm using a mix of vellum and white cardstock borders. So I'm just going to lay that over the top so I can figure out exactly where I want that Puffy Cloud border to fall. Tape that die in place on this stitched rectangle, and then I will run that through the Big Shot again. This is going to actually be on the background of the card. So this is going to be the layer that lays right on that sky blue background. Then it will be the rainbow, and then it will be the remaining 3 layers of the clouds. So I'll go ahead and cut the other 2 layers. I've only cut this one vellum for now, or have it laid out for now. I'm going to go ahead and stamp my greeting. I am using a greeting and some stars from the Lucky Stars stamp set. And I'm stamping them with some versamark ink and then heat embossing with lots of different colors of embossing powder. For the title, or the greeting rather, I am using the Ranger black embossing powder. And then for the 2 sizes of stars that I'm going to have scattered throughout the design, I'm using a bunch of the American Crafts Zing opaque embossing powders. I'm using the rouge, the mustard, and then a green color, and then I believe the wave blue. So I haven't adhered anything yet because I want to be able to kind of move things around. I don't want the embossing powder to get stuck on any adhesive. The green embossing powder is called Leaf. So I'm going to go ahead and just continue to add some of these stars and create this sprinkling of stars using the versamark ink and the embossing powders before I put the whole card together. I am using the powder bag tool to make sure that my embossing powder only sticks to where I've actually stamped and doesn't migrate to anywhere else. And I have chosen embossing powders that complement the colors of the rainbow to keep it really bright and fun. Now that I have all of my stamping done, I can go ahead and start putting the card together. Because most of this vellum layer here is covered with the white cardstock layer, I can add quite a bit of adhesive to it. Go ahead and pop my white cloud bank or puffy cloud border in place, and then I'm using the zig glue pin to add a little adhesive to the rainbow pieces, and I will go ahead and start tucking those into place, making sure, I want to make sure both of those ends are hidden underneath the cloud. And then I will continue to add these until I have the rainbow all assembled. I'm using an acrylic block to hold those down in place between each layer. Just helps keep everything really nice and flat, and you could use anything heavy. I just have acrylic blocks handy, so I always like to use those because they allow something nice and heavy to hold that down. I'm going to add just a couple more stamped stars now that I have my last border out there. I felt like it needed just a couple more maybe down there along the bottom. The other great thing about ending with a white cardstock cloud border on top is it allows you to hide the adhesive from that vellum cloud border with the stamped greeting. Whenever possible, I like to end with a cardstock border when using vellum, just because it gives you a great place to hide some really nice secure adhesive, and you don't have to be very tricky about how you place your adhesive on the back of that piece. So I'm just adding a little adhesive here on the back of the greeting. This sticks up above that white cardstock border, but I need it to have just a little bit of security so it doesn't come up too much, or maybe doesn't roll up, I guess is what I want to say. So I added just a little bit of adhesive behind that because that was a great place to hide it. And then I will end with my cloud border right there. I'm going to take the Wink of Stella clear glitter brush pen now and add some nice shimmery glitter to the entire rainbow. I think that really makes it pop. It makes it nice and shimmery and fun. I'll go ahead and color in that whole thing. Kind of really messy. You don't have to stay in the lines or anything like that with this, since I'm coloring in the whole thing. And once I have that all colored in, this card is all finished. Thanks for watching this video showcasing the brand new Lawn Fawn rainbow die and Puffy Clouds borders dies. The supplies I've used to create this card are listed and linked below the video on YouTube. Please subscribe for weekly card making and stamping videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.